The film follows two young women as they try to learn from their past relationships' mistakes by spending a whole day in each other's company. Additionally, skip ahead in their fresh connection to see if they click. Give it a like before we begin. If you enjoyed the breakdown, please subscribe to the recap and leave a comment. Just a friendly reminder that this video does contain spoilers. You are thus forewarned. First, our protagonist appears in the film. The apartment where Naima sleeps is disturbed. In preparation for her day on set, Naima gets dressed and gets in her car. Actress Naima is currently filming a story about a gay man's decision to tell his wife. Since her character must react to a friend's coming out, Emma is finding it difficult to empathize with her. Multiple takes of the same scene are shot, but Naima still can't seem to nail it. During lunch, Naima meets with Mark and Jay, the film's directors, and attempts to cover up her blunders by blaming her co-stars. Nina is gently reminded by Mark and Jay that her character is lacking in vulnerability. They encourage her not to get defensive, but to examine her strengths and areas for improvement. Afterwards, while waiting for Ellen to return it, Naima takes her friend to a gay bar for her date. Sergio, a young woman, is singing a song as Naima looks over to the stage. After Sergio's performance, Naima finds Sergio's eccentric performance quite entertaining. Sitting down at the table with the elderly women, Naima decides to strike up a conversation with them. Naima attempts to bring the ladies down by bringing up climate change, despite the fact that they obviously dislike her name and her negative outlook on life. At that point, Sergio overhears the two of them talking and asks Naima to the dance. Despite her initial reluctance, Naima eventually agrees to Sergio's demand that she dance with him. With Sergio's support, Naima finds some relief, and they savor each other's company. Following the dance, Naima makes up her mind to accompany Sergio and his friends to Sergio's house. Friends of Naima's and Sergio's make it to Sergio's place. Everyone has a great time unwinding in tandem. Before it's too late, they feast, sing, and converse. In addition, Sergio's companions must get out of there. Except for Naima, everyone else departs. Then Sergio and her are the only ones left. They continue chatting about various subjects until physical contact becomes inevitable. Naima and Sergio are canoodling before they even realize it. Naima and Sergio get up from canoodling to grab a snack, which they devour along with some juice and chips. In Sergio's telling of Naima's ex-story, the latter reveals that the former squandered 3 years of her life with the former before they finally broke up. In order to determine if two people are compatible, Naima jokes that they should just stay together for a whole day. At that point, Sergio proposes they spend a day together to find out if they're compatible fast. Naima swiftly gathers her belongings and leaves, claiming that she is too busy to attend because the idea makes her feel uneasy. Naima talks to Ellen about Sergio's proposal the following morning since she can't get it out of her head. Instead of jumping into a relationship without fully considering its potential, Ellen recommends taking things slowly. Naima, meanwhile, is getting in her car to head to the set while she processes the idea. Naim, her manager, calls her. His boss informs her that Naima is no longer in charge of the position. The news has devastated Naima since it was her first major job. Naima rushes to Sergio and announces that she is prepared to move forward with their 24-hour plan to spend time together, driven by an overwhelming need to be with someone. Naima takes great care not to reveal to Sergio that she approached her following her dismissal from her job. After last night, Sergio is still very angry. While Naima is in the backyard working, Sergio tells her to come around the house and then closes the door behind her. Sergio is found doodling in the backyard when Naima arrives. Naima tries to explain her behavior and express her regret for leaving so quickly. According to what Naima tells Sergio, she is terrified of falling in love. Naima promises Sergio that she will not run away again, and Sergio understands. They begin their 24 hours together after Naima makes a promise. Naima and Sergio spend the next few hours trying to live life to the fullest through conversation, song, art, and canoodles. As the night progresses, Sergio's carefree and daring personality captivates Naima. However, when Sergio becomes extremely violent and erratic, she also feels uneasy. Something that Naima is considering. Naima is constantly on the edge of two worlds, one extreme and the other, due to the inconsistencies in her feelings for Sergio. After a long day of canoodling every hour, not getting enough sleep, and having too many activities, Naima begins to feel ill. In Sergio's mind, it's all her fault. It was that morning, though, that Naima informs her that she was fired. Because of this, Sergio now believes that Naima only approached her after she was fired, which makes the news very unpleasant for her. In his pain, Sergio orders Naima to leave, but doesn't actually do so. In the aftermath of Sergio's angry sheet change, Naima remains there to wait for him to calm down. To make up for their fight and get over the initial hiccup of being together for 24 hours, they make out. They gradually reveal more details about their parents as time goes on. Contrary to Sergio's revelation that she has a strong relationship with her mother, Naima tells him that she is closer to her father. In order for them to heal, Sergio proposes a practice in which they should talk to each other about their suppressed anger and resentment towards their mothers. It is agreed upon by Naima. When everything is set and quieted down, the news that Naima's mother will be attending her showcase performance is broken to her by Sergio. Because Sergio's apartment is in disarray, Naima offers to have Sergio's mom over for breakfast. Sergio nods in agreement. Alright everyone, just a little break to let you know that you can leave a comment telling us to like the video and subscribe. If you're a fan of the morning recap, you'll be happy to know that Naima takes Sergio on a ride to her house. Since her father has given Naima a large house, Sergio finds herself enchanted by her. Naima and Sergio snuggle up on Naima's couch, and Naima carries Sergio as he falls asleep. In search of solitude, Naima leaves Sergio sound asleep on the couch and retires to her room. On the contrary, she has a panic attack for a short period of time. When Sergio hears Naima's muted cries, he decides to come over and try to console her. Sergio begins to worry about her mother's arrival, and Naima stops sobbing, but nothing improves. After Sergio orders Naima to make a meal, she heads to the bathroom to wash up. Sergio and Naima are preparing for the arrival of Sergio's mom. The bell will soon ring. Sergio starts. Greets her mother warmly as she opens the door and introduces her to Naima. All three of them are sharing a morning meal. Before Sergio and her mom had a fight over Sergio's decisions in life, everything was going swimmingly. In a fit of rage, Sergio chases her from the table. Naima is approached by Sergio's mother, who expresses her belief that canoodling lacks personal touch. Something that has nothing to do with love. Until Sergio's mom leaves, the situation becomes uncomfortable and tense. Sergio had been lying down for a while when Naima joined him in bed after his mom left. They've barely been there a few minutes when someone starts pounding on the door. Sergio's mom has returned to retrieve her iPad, which she had left behind. As Sergio's mother prepares to leave, she sneaks a peek through the crack in Naima's bedroom door, grabbing her iPad in the process. After Naima locks eyes with Sergio's mom, she proceeds to embrace Sergio and kiss him passionately until Sergio's mom departs. Despite Sergio's mom's departure, Naima and Sergio are still not on good terms. Sergio senses that something is amiss when Naima begins to withdraw. After Sergio brings up the fact that her friends Faye and Kathy are planning a Christmas vacation to Europe, she proposes that they tag along. The idea is far in the future, though, so Naima ignores it. Naima proposes an orgy instead, which Sergio finds unsettling. According to her, the decision stands. A couple of days down the road, Sergio and Naima get together with Kathy and Faye, and the resulting orgy is absolutely hilarious. Naima bolts out of the house in a panic after just a short while. Returning at a later time, Naima offers to discuss the matter in an effort to atone for her actions. However, Faye and Kathy depart. The two experience a significant deterioration in their relationship as tensions rise. As an act of revenge, Naima shuts herself in the restroom. Like Sergio did when she was a kid to get under her mom's skin, she now defecates in a pan. Sergio proceeds to slam the pan into Neymar's face. An argument ensues between Sergio and Neymar. After the chaos subsided. During their relationship, Sergio claims that Neymar was dishonest. Neymar comes clean about her desire to end their relationship. After Sergio leaves, the two of them cry a little. Sergio will be performing his music showcase later that night. There are Sergio's friends Kathy and Faye, as well as Sergio's mom. However, Neymar fails to appear. Sergio performs an a cappella rendition of a song by Elvis Presley. Imagine the film ends with Neymar lost in her neighborhood on her car until she spots a stray dog. Neymar chooses to keep the dog after rescuing it. A person should put themselves first before committing to a romantic partner. And definitely, make sure you don't miss any future recaps, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you later.